In the intricate tapestry of daily life, the act of doing gender weaves its threads through our interactions, shaping perceptions, opportunities, and experiences. This phenomena is particularly pronounced in the bustling corridors of a hospital, where time seems to slow down and every moment is keenly felt. For our inquiry into the intricacies of gender roles, we turned our attention to District Headquarters Hospital. While statistics show that 65% of medical students are women, leadership positions remain predominantly held by men. But DHQ revealed a remarkable anomaly. Dr. Farzana emerges as the first and the only female medical superintendent since the 1950s. In a conversation with Dr. Zafar, she offered insights into the weight of responsibility she carries, viewing herself not as a woman but as a competent professional akin to a man.
That is the thing. अगर मुझे कोई थप्पड़ मारेगा उसको 4 मारूंगी. मतलब मैं I have that strength. मैं रोऊंगी नहीं. मैं किसी को नहीं हेल्प के लिए बुलाऊंगी. I'll kick him there and then. अब हमारा मसला ये है कि हम अपनी बच्चियों को इतना कॉन्फिडेंस इतना फियरलेस रखते नहीं है. तो हमारी जो बच्चियां अभी मेरे पास डॉक्टर आती हैं बेचारी रो रही होती हैं. मैडम से तंग किया. मैं कहा तुम मारा क्यों नहीं आगे से? तुमने क्यों नहीं शाउट किया? किक हिम. अब इस तरह की अगर स्ट्रेंथ आप में है then you can go out. अगर आप स्लेंडर ब्यूटी कॉन्शियस स्टेटस कॉन्शियस है तो फिर बेटा अल्लाह ताला ने नहीं बना आपको इस काम के लिए. ठीक है, आदमी को हार्ड एंड टफ बनाया था. आप देखिए गोइंग थ्रू द प्रोसेस ऑफ मदरहुड, इट्स ऑल डेलिकेट प्रोसीजर्स. तो उसमें आपको होम प्रोटेक्शन चाहिए होती है, सिक्योरिटी चाहिए होती है, केयर, लव, ऑल दीज थिंग्स यू नीड देम. और ये आपको वर्क प्लेस पे नहीं मिलती. यहाँ बच्चियाँ आती हैं डिलीवरी से पहले, डिलीवरी के बाद, अच्छा किसी का अबॉर्शन हो गया है, वी आर रूथलेस. मैडम छुट्टी दे दें, भाई काम कौन करेगा आपका?
This highlights the pressure to embody traditionally masculine qualities in order to excel in leadership roles. Furthermore, Dr. Zafar highlighted the intricate intersectionality of gender and social class in shaping her experiences. She pointed to the support she received from her husband, who hails from a military background, as a crucial factor in her ability to navigate the challenges of her role.
मैं फौजी की बीवी थी. सारी जिंदगी हमने अकेले गुजारी. मियाँ कहीं बॉर्डर पे, कभी किधर, बच्चे भी होते थे और खुद ही देखना सारे मामलात.
Conversely, our interview with a nurse at the same hospital said otherwise. She shared her struggle to achieve work-life balance, grappling with perpetual conflict between her professional responsibilities and household duties.
बहुत मुश्किल होता है, बहुत मुश्किल होता है. बच्चों के साथ तो और मुश्किल होता है. सुबह उठो, बच्चों को नाश्ता दो, हस्बैंड को नाश्ता दो, हस्बैंड को भेजो, फिर खुद आओ, फिर इधर से ड्यूटी करके जाओ, 2 बजे फिर जाके खाना बनाओ, फिर उनको दो. रेस्ट का टाइम नहीं मिलता. और जिस दिन छुट्टी होती है ऑफ, उस दिन बस कपड़े धो लो, ये कर लो, वो कर लो.
The stark contrast in experiences became evident as we ventured into the hospital wards. The female wards were filled with children, even some playing on patient beds, illustrating the intersection of gender and caregiving responsibilities. Female attendants were tasked with caring for both the children and the patients, even while having to wait in line for medications and tokens, whereas in male wards, there were no children.
Our effort to interview a female attendant faced interference from her brother, showcasing gender norms limiting women's autonomy. After explaining our purpose and securing formal permission from him, we conducted the interview. She discussed her sister-in-law's illness, highlighting barriers hindering women's independent healthcare access. This theme of gender dependency was further reinforced by a sign indicating that women's health cards would be issued in their husbands' names, symbolizing the institutionalized nature of women's subordination within the healthcare system. Additionally, the preference for male doctors in certain medical specialties reflects deeply entrenched stereotypes regarding gender and competence, perpetuating the notion that men are inherently more capable in positions of authority.
The specialities which are designated with the gender, it's neurosurgery, general heart surgeons, there people see them as a strength and women as a weak. हमारा जनरली परसेप्शन यही होता है ना. So like in pediatrics, people who like to have motherly figure to look after their child, so they prefer a female doctor and they feel very comfortable with that, while men, they are uncomfortable. Even myself, if I were given a choice, I would prefer to have a male to do my surgery. That is true.
This bias extends to professions like ambulance driving, where all drivers as well as rescue workers are male, reinforcing gender norms about strength, resilience, and risk-taking. The medical superintendent highlighted pervasive gender biases in healthcare, where women are often viewed as burdens while men receive priority.
And if male is sick and he wants to come for hospital care, so definitely all the family will support him. Why he's sick? Why he's not feeling well? Like your brother, like my son. लेकिन अभी अगर if she's a female, she's totally ignored. In the first place, she ignored. Then second place, it is not priority to the family to bring them to hospital. Like our female patients, they are neglected. They come very late for the management, and usually they are considered as an economic burden if they are sick. So that is a dilemma to society.
This unequal treatment reflects gender bias in resource distribution and deep seated discrimination. However, a male doctor pointed out another dimension that men tend to delay medical care due to societal expectations of toughness, perpetuating harmful gender norms.
डेमोग्राफिक के लिहाज से आपने जो बात की है वो बिल्कुल ऑपोजिट है क्योंकि फीमेल पेशेंट ना हल्का दर्द हो तो वो घर वालों को बताते हैं, घर वाले लेके आ जाते हैं। मेरे पेशेंट होते हैं खासतौर पे लोअर क्लास में ना, मेरे पेशेंट होते हैं मजदूरी वगैरह करना, घर का खोला वगैरह करना होता है, तो अलग जो बातें हैं बीमारियाँ वगैरह होती हैं ना, बीमारी बिल्कुल एंड स्टेज पे आ जाएगी, मतलब कि एंड स्टेज लिवर डिजीज, एंड स्टेज किडनी डिजीज, तब वो यहाँ पे आएंगे। पेशेंट मतलब जो पेशेंट भी इसलिए मतलब कि ना हमें डेमोग्राफिक का आता है कि मिडिल क्लास लोअर मिडिल क्लास पेशेंट आते हैं, राइट। तो होता है मर्दों का ये हिसाब होता है कि मजदूरी वगैरह करनी होती है, काम जिम्मेदारियाँ वगैरह ज़्यादा होती हैं, तो अपने मर्द वगैरह छुपाते हैं ज़्यादा, ठीक है। लेकिन एंड पे सब कुछ खराब हो जाता है, तब यहाँ पे आ जाते हैं।
This Guy Code puts undue pressure on men to prioritize work and responsibilities over their own health needs, perpetuating harmful gender norms. We noticed that hospital security and nursing roles reflected gendered dynamics. Security was exclusively male, symbolized by the Your Protector sign, showing institutional power dynamics. Almost all nurses in the hospital were female, with only one exception.
तो जेंडर वाइज हम लोग फीमेल्स नर्सेज हैं, स्टूडेंट्स तो बिल्कुल भी नहीं है मेल्स में, और जो नर्सेज हैं, स्टाफ नर्सेज, वो भी मोस्टली लाइक मोस्ट ऑफ देम आर फीमेल्स। एक ही मेल नर्स है हमारे पूरे हॉस्पिटल में।
Despite complaints from female nurses about occasional rudeness from male attendants, women continued to be assigned supporting roles like food service and patient care, revealing hierarchical gender dynamics that reinforce traditional caregiving roles for women and the dominance of men in authority positions.
इंटरेक्शन में समटाइम्स हो जाता है, लाइक कभी किसी के मेल अटेंडेंट्स आके गुस्सा कर देते हैं। मोस्टली लोग बहुत अच्छी तरह से भी ट्रीट करते हैं, लेकिन हो जाता होता है अटेंडेंट्स आके फ्रस्ट्रेशन निकाल देते हैं। वो कहते हैं नहीं, ये आप लोगों ने ठीक नहीं किया, आप लोगों ने ये काम नहीं किया, इस वजह से हमारे पेशेंट को ये हो गया।
Gender inequalities also persisted in resource allocation, resulting in neglect and congestion of female spaces in prayer and waiting areas.
फीमेल्स के लिए जगह नहीं है, प्रॉपर वॉशरूम्स नहीं है अटेंडेंट्स के लिए, और नमाज की कोई जगह नहीं है। वार्ड की अगर जैसे फीमेल अटेंडेंट्स ने स्टे करना होता है रात को, उसके लिए भी कोई ऐसा सेटअप नहीं है।
Female staff resorted to makeshift prayer areas due to the absence of a designated mosque. This reflects gender-blind policies attributed to lack of female representation in policy making. Our observations revealed a distinct gendered division of labor, as men mostly handled the payment process, while women primarily remained in the waiting areas attending to children. There were separate queues for males and females. Even in areas without enforced segregation, women often sat separately. Additionally, while males lounged freely in the waiting areas, females sat in more proper, less relaxed positions. While all these actions might seem like an individual preference initially, these behaviors are ultimately dictated by societal gender constructs rather than personal inclinations. In waiting areas with enforced segregation, implementation was still lacking, evidenced by men occupying spaces reserved for women. Additionally, men dominated the canteen area, highlighting gender disparities in access to communal spaces and the pervasive influence of male dominance in societal structures. These instances may appear mundane, but they unveil a deeper truth. They are manifestations of individuals doing gender, performing their prescribed roles, and conforming to societal expectations.
दफा हॉस्पिटल फोन पे पूछते हैं कि हमने एमएस से बात करी, मैं जी बोल रही हूँ एमएस। अच्छा, आप एमएस बोल रही हैं? जी एमएस बोल रही हूँ। दिस इज द परसेप्शन दैट अ मेल शुड बी सिटिंग ऑन दिस पोस्ट जनरली, So it is a mindset of the society that they do not accept women in leading roles. So it's the same here.
These roles are so deeply ingrained in society that individuals have internalized them, becoming accustomed to discrimination and perpetuating gender disparities within society.